you love it when the main guy outsmarts everyone and then your parents watch the anime along with you and say, wow, I wish I had a kid like this who's worth something? Then my friend, here are the 10 best anime with a genius main character. Let's go. Sora and Shio are step-siblings who dominate online games as the unstoppable duo Blank. They're so good, they get summoned by Tet, the one true god, to Disboard, a world where all conflicts are settled by games. Here, the lowly human race, Humanity, is on the brink until the pair decides to help Stephanie Dola reclaim her kingdom, aiming to become rulers themselves. Now, this is as if someone who watched too many death games thought, hey, why not make an entire anime about games? And it works really well because of the main characters, too. Sora's cunning plans and Shiro's insane data crunching make their victories feel earned, and their chemistry is hilarious. And Stephanie's constant flailing is the perfect foil. You'll be hooked by how the games play out. Each one is pretty creative, but sadly, we won't be getting a season 2.
一度も負けたことがない男、徳地東和。それが奴の名前よ。
Towa Takuchi is a gambling genius who masters one-outs, a high-stakes pitcher-batter duel. After legendary hitter Hiromichi Kojima recruits him for the failing Saikyu Saitama Lycons, Tokuchi cuts a wild contract, 5 million yen per out, but a 50 million yen penalty for every run allowed. Now, he must outwit the greedy owner and every team in the league, turning baseball into a battle of wits.
もし俺が勝ったら10倍返し40万ドルでどうだあんたほどの選手なら
This show is pure calculated fun. People say sports anime can't be fun, but come on! What about a sports anime with a genius in it? Watching Tokuchi dismantle opponents with his insane strategies never gets old, and he somehow turns every game into a masterclass of manipulation. The constant brain games and gambling tension keep you hooked, even if you don't know a slider from a fastball. It's all about his cold, confident genius leaving everyone else in the dust.
急いでください。タバコ1本分しか待てませんよ。
Remember Sherlock Holmes? Well, you British folks, this is about his arch-nemesis. In late 19th century Britain, the empire thrives on a brutal economic hierarchy that crushes the working class. William James Moriarty, a noble and secret consultant for the common folk, secretly schemes to demolish this corrupt system. With his brothers Albert and Louis, he's willing to stain his hands with blood to rewrite society's rules.
では、犯人はその窓から。その可能性は高いだろうね。
This show's main appeal is Moriarty himself. I mean, come on, that's how all of these anime work. You need a charismatic main character for the show to stick with you. Moriarty is not just smart, he outsmarts the entire upper crust with plans so elaborate, you'll question your own life choices. Watching him manipulate nobles and crime scenes is a masterclass in chaotic genius, and the brothers' dynamic adds a layer of loyalty that makes the whole anime weirdly compelling. Remember kids, crime doesn't pay, but it sure makes for killer anime.
彼らの後にこの日のことをこう呼んだ。
Now this is an isekai anime done right. Our leader for this segment is Shiroe. He's a socially awkward college student who gets yanked into his favorite MMORPG with 30,000 other players. Trapped and unable to log out, the villain in glass doesn't panic. Instead, this master strategist immediately starts analyzing the rules of his new reality. He gathers his friends and starts manipulating the game's mechanics to bring stability to the chaotic city of Akihabara.
携帯しているアイテム 魔法や技も使えるようだ。
でもログアウトはできねえんだよな。
Forget Braun, this show's all about the big brain plays. I went in expecting another SAO clone, but was totally blown away. Shiroe isn't some overpowered hero. He's the guy in the back of the raid planning the 1,000-step takedown. Or in Gen Z terms, this guy's playing 6D chess. This whole story is about him using and abusing the game's logic to solve problems. It feels less like a power fantasy, more like you're watching a pro gamer pull off an insane strat. Honestly, if you love seeing brains beat brawn, this is the anime for you.
それでは納得できないか。賞賛が終わりか。ある。ただし、ケイラが私の作戦に忠実に従ってくれればの話だ。
War has raged for 150 years between the aristocrat Galactic Empire and the corrupt Free Planets Alliance. The stalemate is shattered by the arrival of two opposing military prodigies. Reinhard von Lohengram, a brilliant minor noble in the Empire, aims to conquer the galaxy and unite humanity under his rule. On the other side is a historian-turned-commandor, Yang Wen Li. Hailed as the hero of El Facil, he fights not for glory, but to carve a path toward lasting peace.
哨戒官からのデータを合成中。リアルタイムです。どうやら勝ったな。はい。
Now, I know you older folk are going to beat me to death for not including the old OVA, but this remake is much better in terms of animation and easily accessible for new viewers. And this is one heck of an episodic space opera. And Reinhardt is someone who can easily steal the spotlight because of his genius and charisma. The animation is a massive glow-up too. No more static ships lazily firing blue lasers. It captures the brutal strategic scale of the war perfectly. And thank goodness they toned down the Walter into a believable badass instead of a German Chuck Norris.
バカだ。だってこれは
カードの図案を見ればゲームは一目瞭然。ただし通常のやり方と違い、グーチョキパーを無制限に出すことは許されません。
Time for another gaming anime, or this time, it's a casino game. Deep in the Red Dead beat, Keiji Ito thinks he's hit rock bottom, but loan sharks have other ideas. He has only one way out, boarding the Espoir, a cruise ship where one night of high-stakes gambling can wipe his slate clean. But this isn't your average casino. The game is a deathmatch of strategy and betrayal, where if you lose, you get to serve a sadistic master.
ギャンブルを打つ者にとって金は寿命。
次の方。
伊藤開示1000万。
Forget counting cards, this show makes your brain sweat. The situations are ludicrously intense, pitting desperate folks against a rigged system in high-octane mind games. And that's exactly what I like to call a great strategy anime. Keiji isn't some flawless prodigy. He's a mess who operates on pure survival instinct. You'll be screaming at your screen when he pulls off impossible gambles by the skin of his teeth. Man, this anime is the death note of strategy games, and you're gonna love it.
それを知る。
矢野浩二君。
あんた今本気で打ち込もうとしてたろ。彼女を離せ。
Welcome to Kudo Ikuse Senior High, a supposed utopia where freedom reigns and rankings rule. Kiyotaka Ionkoji lands in Class D, the dumping ground for the problem students. And the classroom has got some other problem students too, like the seemingly perfect Suzune Horikita aiming for Class A and the popular Kiyo Kushida making friends to claw her way up.
いい動きだな。何か習っていたのか。
ピアノと書道なら。
Look, the school's point system and class wars are insane, but watching Kiyotaka's genius plans is the real hook. My man's is someone who plans about destroying people who plan. So that's some next level thinking. And more than anything, he plays the background guy perfectly, then drops these mastermind plans that leave you speechless. Seeing him and Suzune scheme against other classes isn't just smart, it's pretty addictive. Season 4 is coming soon, so if you haven't watched it, now's the time to binge watch.
考えながらカウントしろ。脳を並列に使え。1164億2706万5530秒。1、2、3。
Imagine finally working up the nerve to confess to your crush after 5 years, only for the world to literally turn into stone. Yeah, that's Dr. Stone for you. High schooler Taiju is about to spill his heart when a green light petrifies all of humanity. Millennia later, he wakes up to a world reclaimed by nature, finding his genius science buddy Senku already plotting to rebuild civilization from scratch using the power of science.
ユースリハも助け出す。俺
俺ら高校生のガキ2人でゼロから文明を作り出すんだよ。
This show is gloriously over the top, and I'm here for it. I always love anime that test out a new concept, and this goes off the hook with some Stone Age science stuff. Now, science isn't my strong suit, but everything is explained so well, even a toddler can enjoy this anime. Senku's brain can cook up insane inventions, but he needs Taiju's raw strength to pull them off. Watching their bromance fuel the revival of humanity is the best treat you're gonna get. Like Classroom of the Elite, we're getting a new season, and that's the final season, so get ready for some binging.
すでに主だった犯罪者の名前は書き尽くし、徐々に悪人のレベルも下げてる。
それが何だと言うんだ。
どんなバカでも悪人が誰かに消されているってことに気づくだろ。世の中に知らしめるんだ。
Oh, come on, you know what this is about. When a bored death god drops a mysterious notebook into the human world, genius high schooler Light Yagami finds it. He soon discovers the terrifying ruler, write a name, picture the face, and that person dies. Believing the world is rotten, Light begins a crusade to eliminate criminals and calls himself Kira, attracting the attention of the world's greatest detective, L.
やがて誰も悪いことができなくなるように。そして罪を受けて当然な悪人が心臓麻痺で死んでいく裏で。
I don't have to tell you why this anime is so freaking great. The cat and mouse game between Light and L is pure genius. Seriously, watching them try to outthink each other is nerve-wracking in the best way. Light's descent from calculated mastermind to something more desperate is super compelling, and it's much better than watching your average hero arc. The second arc might not have the hype and tension of the first, but come on, Light is still gonna steal the show.
ルルーシュビ・ブリタニアが命じる。貴様たちは死ね。
And we're finishing off with the GOAT. In 2010, Britannia conquered Japan, renaming it Area 11. Britannian student Lelouch Lamperouge gets caught in a rebel crossfire but escapes thanks to CC, who gives him Gaze, a power of absolute obedience. Using this, he becomes the masked vigilante Zero to lead a rebellion against Britannia for revenge.
しかしお前の未来は今終わった。
Now everyone knows I love this anime, and it's not the anime I love, it's Lelouch, who carries the entire show on his back. His plans are sick, and my man's got that perfect teenage mentality and some genius intellect. So when he pulls off something smart and starts laughing like a maniac, don't blame the guy, it's his hormones acting wild. Suzaku is also the perfect rival, and their ideological clashes, even though less subtle than Legend of Galactic Heroes, is still pretty awesome. And what do I have to say? This has that legendary anime ending everyone loves. So this goes to the #1 place in this list.